Hello guys, this is Andy and today we are going to make this pendant. This pendant is really large, but you can't use it as a earring because it's too heavy. For this pendant I have used oval rhinestone. It's a 30 to 20 millimeter, so it's pretty large. I have also used Swarovski bicones in settings and some 6 millimeter bicones, rhinestones, sorry, and 6 millimeter rondelles. Also I have used 4 millimeters pearl beads in blue color. This is the back side of the rhinestone. I've already made a bezel. I have also made a video and you have a tutorial on how to make this bezel for this size of a rhinestone, and today we are going to use it for this project. I will put the link down below so you can find it quickly and make this bezel. There is a little bit of difference with this bezel and this one, because when you reverse it, I've mentioned that in my video, when I was adding this green bead, I added 2 beads on the sides. Actually, I was adding 3 beads, 1 gold, 1 green and 1 gold, and in this case I didn't add anything, so it's just a pure bead, and that's why this one is a little bit softer. It's a little bit like loose. If you like it like that, you can make it like I was showing you in the tutorial. If you like it stronger, you see it's so firm, then just skip that part with the adding that 2 beads on the sides. Okay, but this is how it looks. I've named this pendant Sanctuary because it kind of looks like you know, these rosettas that you can find above the portals or the chapels or cathedrals, and it kind of looks like a vitrail, and you can see the light of the stone going through these parts of the crown, and I really like this, the way I bezel this. It gives more shine. I didn't cover it fully, like when you use bicones above it, then you kind of lose that part of the stone, and this kind of looks like a little bit mystic. Okay, enough talking. It's time for work, and I'm going to introduce you with the materials you're gonna need for this. Okay, so this is the material we're gonna use. You're gonna need 13 rondelle 6 millimeter beads, gold 12/0 seed beads, 13 Swarovski rhinestones in settings 4 millimeter or Montes, and 4 millimeter beads, round beads. You can use pearls, or this is a check glass bead. 13 pieces. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, when I was making a tutorial on how to bezel this rhinestone, this is where I stopped. From this point, from this green bead, this is where I have exited. I have to climb up all the way up here. You see? All the way up here. And this is where we are going to start next, all the way up here. So from this green bead I will have to go through this gold bead. If you haven't put this bead here, just go straight to this joint, then go up, 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 all the way up here. Okay, you have to exit right here through this bead. See? Okay, now let's climb up where I am, right here. So I'm going through this bead and through all these beads that are leading me on my way up. Okay. And through this bead here. Okay. You see where I am now? I'm not here on this lower part, I'm on this upper part. Okay, right here. Now we are going to add our rhinestones. They are in settings and the size is 4 millimeters. So I'm going to pick one gold bead, one rhinestone. You have to pick it like this. Okay, look, I didn't went through it through the opposite side, but like this, like a rhombus shape, you see, through this pointy side. Okay, just like this. And then one bead again, and then I'm going through this next bead on the opposite side, and our rhinestone is set. I'm going to do that again. So I'm picking one gold bead, then I'm picking one rhinestone and one golden bead, and I'm going through this peak. Okay, my rhinestones are all facing up. I will have to do this step all over, repeating it constantly. So I'm going to pick one seed bead, one rhinestone and one seed bead and go through this bead and repeat that step all the way around, and I will meet you right here. Okay, so this is my last step. I'm going through this bead and I will go through this bead right next to our rhinestone, just like this. Okay, so I went through this peak and through this bead right to my rhinestone. Then I will go here through my rhinestone and exit on the opposite side. You see? I'm going to reverse this so that you can see. Okay? I just behaved like I was using a super duo bead, you know, and I want to go out from this top part of the rhinestone. And here I am. Now I'm up here. Okay? Because I went through it like this. Okay. Now it's time for our next step. Now it's time to use our rondelles like this. I'm picking one gold bead, 1 rondelle, and 1 seed bead. And I'm going through this upper part of my rhinestone, just like this. Okay. I'm gonna do this thing again. 1 seed bead, 1 rondelle, and 1 seed bead, and going through this top part of the rhinestone. Okay, this step is really easy, so you can go further on your own. Just repeat this all the way around and I will meet you here. Okay, so I'm making my last step by adding these beads here and going up through this upper part of my rhinestone. Okay, now I have to go through all these beads again. Okay, through this seed bead, through the rondelle, and through the seed bead. Okay, I have exited here through this bead right next to my rondelle. Now I'm going to fill these gaps. You see these gaps on the top of my rhinestones. We are going to fill them with just 1 bead. Okay, picking 1 bead and going through these 3 beads we just added. Like this. Then picking 1 bead and going through my 3 beads from before. Like this. See? You can do this on your own all the way around and I will meet you here. Okay? Just repeat this step all the way around and I will meet you here. So I've added 1 bead in between all these beads and this is my last one. And I'm going through this seed bead and through the rondelle, through the bead next to the rondelle on the opposite side. And now I'm going to use these beads that I've just added. So I'm going through this bead in the middle. Okay. This is where I am now. Right through the bead at the top of the rhinestone we've just added. And now we are going to go for our next step. Okay, for my next step, I've added 8 seed beads and I'm going to skip this rondelle and go right through this bead above the rhinestone like this. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beads. I'm skipping the rondelle and going through my middle bead like this. Okay. Now repeat this step all the way around by adding 8 seed beads and I will meet you here. I have circled almost everything and here I am right now at my last step by adding 8 seed beads and going through this middle bead here. Okay, we have circled everything. Now we have to climb up 4 beads of this petal to get here right in the center. Okay, going 4 beads up. Okay, and right now I'm going to add 1 seed bead and go through the 2 beads only 2 beads. Okay, now I have made this little peak, and now it's time to add our 4mm round beads. Okay, now I'm going to skip these 2 beads from the start of my arch and go right through these 2 beads, and that will lead me up at the center of this petal, where we are going to add 1 seed bead, and we will go down 2 beads. Okay, now look, we have our peaks and the bead between these arches. Now we are adding 1 bead, then we are going 2 beads up to be in the center of this petal, add 1, go 2 beads down. Okay, this is very easy. You can do this all around by your own, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm adding my last bead. Okay, I'm going up through this here, the wind and the doors. Okay, and now I have to climb right here to add my loop. I'm just going to go through this path again so that I can exit all the way up. Okay, through these beads, and I'm gonna skip this one, skipping this peak and going down 2 beads. Okay, like this, and going through my round bead, and okay, I'm almost there. Just like this, skipping these 2, going through this one. Okay, and here I am, right at the top. And now I'm gonna make my loop. I'm going to pick 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seed beads. So I have exited here from the top, and I'm going through the same bead again, just like this. And here's my loop. Okay, I'm gonna go through this once again to make this loop stronger. Okay, just like this, and go through this bead again. Okay, now I'm gonna go down and tie my knots, just like this. I'm gonna tie one right here. I'm almost done with my thread. 1, 2, tie my knot and go through this bead. Then I'm gonna, oops, my needle just fell. I have to put it in again. Okay, I'm back. Okay, tied my knot, and I went to this bead. You see, you cannot see my knot because it's inside of the bead. And then I'm going here through these beads again. Okay, and through these beads, 2 beads right in front of this pearl, round bead, sorry, it's not a pearl. Then I'm gonna tie my next knot, and I hope that I will not lose my needle again. Oops, I might. Ooh. Okay, and I'm going through this bead. Okay. I'm gonna go all the way around and tie as much as knots as I can. At this point, our pendant is finished. I'm gonna put my clasp here, and by going through all these beads, this will make this outer ring much more stronger. Okay, I hope you like this video and that you have enjoyed it and that you are very satisfied with your work. Remember, when you go with your line through all these beads again, it will make this even stronger. It will not be soft like this. Okay, so I hope you liked my video, and I hope that we will see each other next time. Ciao, ciao.